everybody, good evening, welcome to That's Football. I'm back. I tell you what, today feels like a long wait to do a Euros watch-along after the first few. It's because we didn't have the 2 o'clock game, did we? I'm also, well, it's the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it? We're here for Portugal against Czech Republic, which I was always going to do because I love Sue, I love Bruno, and I'm interested to see what Portugal's all about. But I did watch most of the Turkey-Georgia game, which is probably the game of the tournament. DeWald, welcome to the Members Club. You're an absolute legend. We're sponsored by BoohooMan. I'll speak to you about them in a moment. Links in the description or scan the QR code. But we are here for Portugal, of course. The opening game for Portugal, the last game of the group stage. It all starts again tomorrow with round 2. Obviously, we will be watching Germany tomorrow. I think the Dutch are playing as well, aren't they? So lots and lots going on. And very, very excited for it as well. But big game tonight for the Portuguese. Can they get off to a winning start against a Czech Republic side that I'd have to refer to my notes here. My very, very accurate notes, actually. They've been very accurate in this tournament thus far. When we're talking about Czech Republic, I haven't written any notes down. That's bloody great. You're a bloody idiot, Goldbridge. You're a bloody idiot. I'm going blind now. I'm going into this blind. Get the book away. I think Czech Republic are a team that play football from Europe. And they have great names in their team, such as Stanik, Hranik, Sušek. Of course, we know Sušek. Schick as well. I think Kufal as well, if I'm right. So there's three or four players that we know in there. But I think Czech Republic are very much, to me, like... they're a bit like Switzerland. They're a bit like Austria in the sense that there's no superstar in there. They are a sum of their parts. And that, I think, in a sense, can make them quite dangerous. Because they then are... if they're well organised, that can be problematic. When it comes to the world rankings, they're not actually that high, 36 in the world. So just behind Russia, just ahead of Egypt. When you're looking at someone like Austria, they're 25 in the world. So Wales are actually ranked higher than Czech Republic. But world rankings aren't everything, as we know. Croatia are ranked number 10, and I wasn't particularly impressed with them. But they are a well-organised team. But Portugal are a side that's got to... well, they don't have to, but I think they're a team that many of us are looking to really light up this tournament. I thought France got the job done last night. England got the job done the night before. Germany as the hosts, I think we're waiting to see what they're like in game 2. Probably the same with Italy and Spain. So Portugal are certainly a team coming into this that everybody looks at that squad and goes, wow, what an amazing squad it is. And it is, but they've got to come out and show what they're all about tonight. My prediction for the Golden Boot is Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, look, it would be remiss not to speak about Cristiano Ronaldo. It's almost like we're contractually obliged as the human race to talk about that. But I feel that with Cristiano Ronaldo, you've got a player here that's amazingly, in the last major tournament, the World Cup, was actually out of the team. Found himself out of the team, didn't he? And here he is, 18 months later, starting again. So, wrongly, I think I probably thought Ronaldo was on his way out of international football, and yet here he is in another major tournament playing games for Portugal. It's a bit like the Wolf of Wall Street. I ain't leaving. The show goes on, and it is a show. It is the Ronaldo show, and we are just participants in it. I'm surprised we're still doing this in 2024. You've got Messi in the Copa America. You've got Ronaldo in the Euros. They aren't the players they were a decade ago. They're not. They're just simply not. But they're still here. And we should, squeeze every last drop out of this sponge that they offer up to us, because when they're gone, they're gone. When they're retired. And it's a privilege to watch a game with Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi in it. Beyond that, we saw Messi winning the World Cup 18 months ago. I still think Cristiano Ronaldo has got a lot to offer. I'm personally very excited to see what he has got to offer because, yeah, I saw him at Manchester United and the limitations of mobility are obviously there, but in and around the box, you don't lose that. And that's why I've gone for him as my... I'm going to put him as Golden Boot winner, which would be incredible. Let me just get this tweet out. Calendar set for further chaos as AFCON is to be moved to late December to late January due to Club World Cup overlapping with Premier League Christmas schedule. What the fuck? What's all that about? May also require a FIFA rule change for clubs to release players twice in 1 year with the 2026 World Cup. No, I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, it's just more game time again, isn't it? More football. Ornstein's just replied to a Twitter saying I did not say that because somebody has said that Xerxes said Joshua Xerxes to Manchester United is very advanced. He didn't say that. He said the talks with the agent are advanced. He didn't say that the deal was advanced. Check your info or chat shit, get banged. Talking of which, did everyone see Joey Barton's tweet today? Anyway, we'll move on. Let's have a look at the Portuguese starting lineup, which is on the screen for you there. They'll be playing. I mean, the thing is, when I look at that Portugal team, it's. Let me just go back to it. It's not a case of who's starting. I mean, obviously Ronaldo starts, Bruno starts, Diaz starts, and I'm very happy about that. But it's also a case of who's not starting. I mean, you go through it, Costa, but on the bench, goalkeepers-wise, you've got Patricio and Sarr. They've got three very good goalkeepers. Mendes and Delo and Cancelo and Diaz and Pepe, I think, basically will form a back five. Vitina, Bruno and Bernardo will be a three, and then Leao and Ronaldo will be a two. But you look at the bench, Semedo, Conceição, Felix, João Neves, Inacio, Palhinha, Neto, Sarr, Ramos, Nunez, Pereira, Silva, Jota, Ruben Neves. I mean, bloody hell. Ruben Neves, and these are outfield players like Ruben Neves, Jota, Silva, the centre-back, Pereira, Nunez from Man City, Ramos, PSG striker, Neto, Palhinha, Inacio, the centre-back at Sporting Lisbon, João Neves, this young midfielder, João Felix. I mean, it's just an amazing squad. And I said the same about France last night. I'm disappointed that João Neves isn't starting, but on the other way, they're just completely and utterly stacked. Jared says Turkey. I nearly said Turkey. Turkey versus Georgia, game of the tournament so far, Mark. I wouldn't disagree, mate. I thought it was a great game from what I saw. Ronaldo hat-trick incoming, says liking. Trash. Mark, Guller sat down all the Barca boys, says Rube. And I think Romania are going to win the Euros, says Nikki. I know it's just one game, but I have a very soft spot for Romania. I hope you're well. I hope you're well, Nikki, because saying Romania are going to win the Euros suggests you're not. But, yeah, look, we all need a dream, don't we? We all need a dream. What a team that Portuguese side is. But what I will say about Portugal is amazing set of amazing squad, absolutely stunning squad. No two ways about that. But Roberto Martinez is the coach. Now that might not matter. That might not actually matter at all. I still think England can win the Euros with Gareth Southgate, but honestly, Martinez, I don't think he's a very good coach. Doesn't mean that Portugal won't be a good team, but I don't, because they've got so many good players. But I think the biggest problem for Portugal is probably the coach and the tactics and the team that he actually goes with, which is actually, if we're being honest, the problem that most international teams have is that you can have all the best players in the world, but you don't necessarily have the best players. And I think that, sorry, you don't necessarily have the best coach, is what I'm trying to say. Lots of people getting involved. Thank you very much. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're only 150 subscribers away from 173,000. So get involved. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Let me just give the shout-out and integration of BoohooMan, who are sponsoring our stream tonight. Big shout-out to them, getting involved with our Euros watch-alongs. If you don't know what BoohooMan is, and you should do, but I'll tell you what it is, we've got a bit of a quiz for you, as they always do. You have to guess the player. But we have got a code for you, which is Goldbridge. Links in the description, or scan the QR code. You can get an extra 10% off everything on the website. So they will have discounts on there anyway, but you will get an extra 10% with the code Goldbridge on top of that. BoohooMan, clothing, the lot. Gym wear, five-a-side wear, outwear, whatever wear, underwear, they've got the lot. All delivered to your door. Use the code, scan the QR code. Fantastic prices already, and you get an extra 10% off with BoohooMan. Big shout out to them. Links in the description, or scan the QR code. But also, they like to be interactive with you as well. And you need to guess this player from the clues that BoohooMan have given me. I was born on the 4th of December 1996 in Porto, Portugal. I was part of the Atletico Madrid setup from 2016 to 2018, but never played a game for the club. You were thinking it was João Felix. Ultimately, I left Atletico to join Wolves in 2018 following a successful loan at the club. I bet you're thinking it's Neto now. You're wrong. After an impressive 2-year spell at Wolves, I moved to Liverpool, where I currently play. I think we all know now. I'm part of Portugal's Euro 2024 squad and have played 39 matches at international level, scoring 14 goals. I once did an interview with this channel. That's football. He did. It's there. And his name is Jota, Diogo Jota. If you got that, well done. Big shout out to BoohooMan. We love the interactivity, and you can interact with them on their website, going through the link in the description or scanning the QR code. And don't forget to use the code Goldbridge. You can get a load of clothes delivered to your door at a very good price with an additional 10%. Big shout out to BoohooMan. Thank you very much for them getting involved. Right, back to you, good people. Let's have a look what you're saying in the chat. We are there. That's lovely. Have you ever been to Germany? Says Sebastian. If so, any tips? I'm heading over for the Euros knockout stage. Come on, England. Germany is a country I've never been to. I'm frustrated with myself because when I looked at the World Cup in 2006, I thought the coverage was great. It looked a fantastic city, and here we are, nearly 20. I can't believe the 2006. You know, when I say 2006, it feels like it was 10 years ago. It's 18 years ago. Where did the years go? I look back on the 2006 World Cup like it was just not that long ago. It's nearly 20 years ago. Yeah, don't go to the Eiffel Tower, Sebastian. It's not in there. Which country will be carried by their manager, says Mello. Hopefully Austria. I think they are so well coached. So well coached. Do you think we'll see Watkins get any game time, says Amav? I think he should be getting more game time than he is. But I honestly think that Harry Kane is going to be playing a lot of time for England because, fortunately or unfortunately, I think Gareth Southgate is not a strong coach. I think he is run by mates rates, and Ollie Watkins or Tony should have come on in the last game. But he didn't bring him on at all, did he? So I think it's probably unlikely that we'll see Watkins get that much game time. I mean, look, Harry Kane's the best striker in the world. There's, you know, I'm not going to say that Harry Kane should be getting dropped for Ollie Watkins, but what I am saying is that an intelligent coach would be looking at making substitutes more regularly. And obviously, he isn't. Which is weird. I'll tell you what, I'm really struggling at the moment with... I just can't get over nasal problems. I don't know whether we've just got a high pollen count this year or not, but I can feel it again. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my nose. Pollen is all around me. And I've got a snotty nose. It's not that snotty. I just can feel it. It makes you feel quite... What's the word? Headbound. Right. Anyway. And I feel a bit itchy as well. And a little bit irritable. But Ronaldo will sort all that out for me. Portugal win. Yeah. I don't see anything other than a Portugal win. But what I will observe is, as much as I think Portugal will win it, it might not be as straightforward as we think, because I suspect that Czech Republic could be a dark horse of the tournament. This is the group with Turkey in it. I thought Turkey were fantastic. Very much looking forward to Saturday night football, Portugal against Turkey as well. But yeah. Oh, Souček looks so happy. I thought he looked like he was pissing himself then. Souček then is overtaken with emotion, I think. But when the camera panned on him, he looked like somebody that had been holding a piss in for about 4 hours and had just let it out. If you know, you know. I don't know whether it's the same for females. I presume it is, but as men know. You know when you really need a piss and you can't go, and then you get to go. That first few seconds, the smile on your face. Yeah. I know there's Xerxes news, Amir, because we've reacted to it half an hour ago. So, yeah, I don't need to react to it again. Chris Wheeler is saying that Man United prepare bid for Bologna star Xerxes as they look to beat AC Milan. Yeah, we know all this. We know all this. We know all this. It's just adding to what we already know. Apparently, Romano has also said to keep an eye on midfielders in the next 24 to 48 hours, which would be nice to know. I think Xerxes to Man United probably will happen, by the way. Anyway, we're here to talk about Manchester United. No, we're not. We're here to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo, who looks absolutely ecstatic. He's loving it. He's loving it. He's so happy. And that makes me happy. Because he's a GOAT. He's a GOAT of the game. And look, I want Manchester United to... Sorry, I want England to win the tournament. But weirdly or not, I don't care. I want England to win the tournament. But I also would love to witness a tournament that goes down as the best ever. And if Portugal are brilliant, France are brilliant, England do well, Italy do well, you know, I'd love Germany do well. Imagine if there's 4 or 5 teams that could win this going into the quarterfinals. When have we ever had that? I don't think we have ever had 5 nations really in form going into the quarterfinals. So I would love to see that. Look, we're bigging up teams before we start here, but thank you and everybody who's getting involved. Best team to get knocked out in the group stage, says Jordan. I actually don't think Belgium will go. It's too early to predict at the moment. I can't tell you who's going to get knocked out in the group stage at the moment, but I would keep an eye on the French group. If Austria well, no, I still don't think so, because Netherlands have already won a game. You can get through with 4 points. I think you've got to be really crap to go out as a big nation. Because even if you lose 2 games, you could still go through with 3 points. So Maybe Croatia's a good shout, Taylor. Yeah, maybe it is. Dogwater23 on TikTok. Thanks for the follow. And Ethan C as well. Really excited for this tonight. Don't forget to give us a follow if you're on TikTok. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and share that video. That's football. We're doing every single match as a watch-along. We're nowhere near halfway through this tournament yet. In fact, if anybody can tell me what game is halfway through this tournament, it's normally around the third set of games in the group stage, I think, statistically. But Gon says, you make me very happy, Mark. Well, you lot make me very happy as well. I love these watch-alongs and grow with us during That's Football. Tell your dog, tell your friends, That's Football. Every game watch-along. Get involved. I just want to I want to get my red shoes on. I don't know why I said red shoes. Sue! It's Sue, isn't it? Sue, get your red dress on. That's it. That's it. I knew something about a red dress and Sue. Will you have England current striker, Ronaldo or Kane, says Ketten. Mate, I am unashamedly Ronaldo FC and always have been. So, look, I disagreed with the Piers Morgan interview. I don't live up people's arse. That's not how you should live your life. Even the people you absolutely adore, you should challenge them when they do something you don't agree with. Otherwise, you're a sheep. You don't want to be a sheep. No one wants to be a sheep. You know, you end up in a curry or a jumper. So, look, Ronaldo, to me, is I just love Cristiano Ronaldo. But I didn't agree with the Piers Morgan interview. But that doesn't mean I don't love Cristiano Ronaldo. Some people just let him get away with everything. I didn't agree with that. I expect to see a big influx on here because you've got Danny Murphy commentating on the BBC and nobody should have to put up with that boring prat. So I expect to see the numbers going up very, very highly. God, is he boring. But you can't trust Roberto Martinez, says the HPN. There's yet to be a massive upset with Martinez as manager and the fact that Czechs can pull off some wonder goals. I think we can get an upset, says HPN. Liam says, I love the German stadiums. Yeah, great point about Martinez. Anybody who's a little bit old school, I've played the game. I've played FIFA for so many years. And this is probably one of the favourite things I liked about FIFA. When Wigan were managed by Martinez, whatever FIFA that was, so was it 2011, 2012? His team, every time you played them, you were looking to break the record. You could beat them, like, especially with United, you could beat them. You knew you were boosting your goal difference because the way FIFA set Martinez's team up was like this ridiculous high line with donkey slow centre-backs. I don't think he plays like that now, but I always remember, if anyone remembers, if you know, you know, FIFA when Martinez was managing Wigan, they were just this ridiculous high line with slow centre-backs. It was brilliant. All you need to do is a little dinky ball over the top. Do you have any thoughts on the 2024 Copa America? I'm going to the Brazil game in LA next week. First match in years. I'll keep a watching brief on it. I mean, it's a competitive tournament, and I might even partake in some games. I'm not going to do watch-alongs or anything like that. I mean, I might do a final or something like that, but yeah, look, it's a good tournament if that's your bag, and I know a lot of people I know want to watch it, but I've never really. I may do in the future, but I've never really watched it in depth. And I'll put my hands up, I haven't. I've never really, you know, I'm the same with the AFCON. I don't watch them really. Have you ever been to the Eiffel Tower, Mark? I've never been to Paris. Good tempo to this game. Portugal really trying to get it moving quickly. Bruno, lovely ball there. Pepe playing for Portugal as well. I mean, combined age of Ronaldo and Pepe. Answers on a postcard or put it in the chat. Combined age of Pepe and Ronaldo. You wouldn't believe what it is. $80. 41 Pepe, 39 Ronaldo. Czech Republic on the attack. Good play. This game has started off really open. Get your shot off. Good block. Really open game, this. What is this tournament? We've had no 0-0s yet. No 0-0s yet at all. I said fucky. Footy TikTok. Thanks very much for following us on TikTok. Yeah, no 0-0s yet. We had Jordan on the watch-along earlier for Turkey with Beth. When he was on them in the World Cup, I think he did 2 or 3 0-0s in a row. No 0-0s in this tournament so far, and I think that's because teams are trying to play at a high tempo, and it's incredible. I mean, I can't believe we got so many 0-0s in a group stage of a World Cup. That was incredible. Cormac says you're a fake England fan, not going to Germany. Thanks, Cormac. Appreciate it. You've jinxed it, says FaZe. I mean, we will get a 0-0 at some point, I'm sure. We're in Leipzig, aren't we? This is where we are, Leipzig. And it looks like another packed out stadium, which it probably will be anyway because it's Ronaldo, isn't it? I think people just go to watch Ronaldo these days anyway. Who do you think is going to win the Golden Boot, everybody? I'm not changing from my pre-match prediction, Ronaldo. Pre-tournament prediction, I'm going with Ronaldo. But he probably won't win it. I'm just trying to think. Has anybody scored 2 goals in the tournament so far? I don't think Højlund's going to win it. I don't think he's going to be in the tournament long enough to win it. I don't think he's going to get enough service to win it. But remember, Portugal have got to play Georgia. It's up there for thinking and down there for dancing. If Ronaldo can get 1 tonight, a couple against Georgia, that's 3. No one's got 2, have they, yet, in this tournament? Tal says, "What have you ever been to America? Top 3 places you want to visit?" Let's see what happens with this corner first, mate. It's cleared. Thanks for all you do, Mark, says Evan. Well, thanks everyone who's tuning in. Thanks, Anthony, for the follow as well. Top 3 places I'd like to go. I do want to go to Australia. I do want to go to India. And probably Stoke. No, I've been to Stoke. South America, definitely, yeah. Definitely somewhere South America. Havertz or Verts for the Golden Boot winner, says Rub. It's good play by Schick. I tell you what, Czech Republic have moved the ball around quite nicely here. I think this game's going to finish 3-2 to Portugal. I think we're going to get a lot of goals in this. Ben Evans says Czechs are going to win this. Topaz says, what did you think of Gullet? Look, I hadn't really seen much of him because he hasn't played that much for Real Madrid. He's got an amazing, reputation. Obviously got his goal. I think he looks like a good player. And I think Turkey, unlike the last tournament, they've got off to a good start. And they've got 2 very difficult games coming up now. But Ronaldo! Oh, half a chance. Not a great chance. Cross came in on his head. He'll be disappointed. He will be a bit disappointed. It was a bit low for him, really. Yeah, he's had to get down and round. It's not easy. Brev. But yeah, Turkey have got two tough games. They've got the 3 points against Georgia, but they're going to have to play Portugal on Saturday night and then Czech Republic final game. So, interesting group this. Come to Jamaica, we've got good weed, says Life with Goldbridge. I've got enough weed at the moment in my bloody back garden. Every time I spray it, it grows back. Czech Republic on the attack. Keeper's off his line quick enough there. Charlie says, who do you think is going to be England's player of the tournament? Well, the easy guess is Bellingham at the moment. Who do you think the best striker at the Euros is, says Owen. I still think it's Ronaldo. You know, I still think it's Ronaldo. I do. Harry Kane is very, very good. I still think Ronaldo's... Well, ask me in 90 minutes. I mean, I've not watched Ronaldo play. I probably haven't watched Ronaldo play in a competitive game since the World Cup. Not a full 90 minutes. I've seen clips and I've seen highlights, but I don't remember the last time I watched Ronaldo play. It's a treat tonight. Do you think he'll go to the World Cup? I think everything inside him will want to go to the World Cup because it's America. He may well... I think there's a chance that Ronaldo might do that World Cup and then move to America as well. But it's very difficult because he'll be 41. But they've always said about Ronaldo that he's got the body... Well, I don't know what it is now, but I remember when he was at United, the fitness level he had was that of somebody in their late 20s, not their late 30s. BNG says, I don't think he'll be able to go. I think that's the thing, is it? Will he be able to go to the World Cup and be Portugal's player? Have you forgiven Ronaldo doing the Piers Morgan thing? I never didn't forgive him. I just thought it was bad. It was a bad call. He wants a free kick there. I don't think he's going to get it. Can you do the Anthony celebration tonight, Mark? Says Dan. I've got my shorts on, mate. Ow! Bollocks! Oh, right on the knee. Oh, right on the bone of the knee. That's your fault. That's your fault, Jack. And mine. I've got me pyjamas on. So if I stand up with my legs, I'll get absolutely bullied. They'll be calling me like breadstick legs and all sorts. I just can't. I can't take that level of, you know, abuse. Good play, Liao into the box. Cross comes in. Oh, good defending by Czech Republic, but he had him on toast there. I tell you what, they're pinging it around. I mean, look, we've not even mentioned Bernardo Silva. What a player he is as well. Callum, thanks for the super chat. He's not allowed in the US, Mark. Messi's the GOAT, says Aaron. Very good point, Aaron. Very good point, Aaron. Ronaldo may not be allowed into the States. I remember that when we had our tour. Irish lad says, stop ignoring me. It's not nice. But you keep talking stupid things. I told you that yesterday. Just joined. Have you seen Portugal's bench? It's better than most teams. Dari, yes, we have. We discussed the bench of Portugal. If you weren't here, Patricio, Ruben Neves, Jota, Silva, centre-back at Benfica, Nunez of Man City, Pereira, Ramos of PSG, striker, Jose Sarr, Pedro Neto, Paulinho, Fulham, Inacio, centre-back, Sporting Lisbon, João Neves, Benfica, Conceição, and Av Semedo as well. It's just an amazing... It's England, France, Portugal squad. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But you can only pick 11. It can be problematic when you've got so many good players. I mean, I think Italy are obviously missing a few players, and the system worked really, really well. My prediction today, Saj, is a 3-2 win to Portugal. Martinez is the problem, says Andy. It's very much the same problem as England's problem with Southgate, isn't it? What's the stats here in the first few minutes, possession-wise? I would imagine it's stacked in Portugal's favour. 67%, yeah. I mean, that was brilliant yesterday, wasn't it? That Austria basically went toe-to-toe with France, possession-wise, chance-wise. Good play here by Vitina. Referee gets in the way, so that'll be a free kick. I knew somebody would say this. 1-9 says Bruno's already moaning. Will has messaged me saying, up the Czech lads. Check them out. Why did... Donny Bravo says, why did Manchester United do Jemba Jemba so dirty? Why did Man United sign Jemba Jemba? England, France, Portugal, says Nick P, are blessed with talent. Imagine if they had good managers to back that up. And Johnny M says, would you rather have Southgate or Martinez? I think Martinez is a better coach than Southgate. I mean, he did win the FA Cup. Did he win the FA Cup with Wigan? I think he was still there, and then he went to Everton, didn't he? Rafe says, Danny Murphy's just said there's only been one contentious decision from the refs all tournament. What a cockwomble. Mate, boring. Boring, miserable bloke. Not you, the commentator. But yeah, I mean, this Portugal team, you could play a different midfield. They've gone Vitina, Bernardo Silva, Bruno. You could go João Neves, Palhinha, Jota. It's just an amazing array of talent. I mean, on the bench, I'd say 7 or 8 of those players would start for Czech Republic. Maybe more. Please do subscribe, by the way, if you're on YouTube. We're very close to our next target. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Get involved with That's Football. You're all welcome. Bruno. They're probing here. I'm just watching Bruno. Ooh. Shot from distance from Mendes. It's raining. It's raining. Cormac says, imagine having grey hair and you're only 30. Yeah, I do look 30, but Ravanelli had grey hair in his mid-20s. The Silver Fox. It's been raining all day in Germany. I thought it was meant to be really hot in Germany. I looked at the weather a few days ago and said it's going to be really hot. Apparently, 2020 fan zones have been closed due to severe weather. Fan zones shut down from heavy rain and thunderstorms. Yeah. Yeah, they have got a lot of rain at the moment. Frankfurt, Germany weather is better. It's going to get warmer. The weekend's going to be 22. Weather watch. I had a good night last night, actually. Really enjoyed that France-Austria game. And then as soon as that was over, went to bed and watched House of the Dragon. Rajiv says, hello, Mark. Love your stuff and everything you do on the United Stand. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the follow on TikTok as well. Notification says, Serbia owned you in the second half. Oh, mate. You're talking to the wrong England fan if you think I'm going to get wound up by stuff. They didn't. We won the game 1-0. We're the best team in the world and Southgate's bringing it home. Shut up, slugging off England. Good tempo from Portugal. Delo. Ronaldo nearly got up. Leao, good header away. Czech Republic well organised defensively at the moment. Bruno's got a bit of time to whip a cross in. Oh, nearly. Goes for a corner. Kiza says, what are your thoughts on Clarkson's Farm? Very good. Really enjoyed it. Might actually watch season 1 again, actually. I might actually watch season 1 again. It's been a long time since I watched it. England, France, done that. Pat says, are players allowed to have their own medical team? It's incredible to see Bruno play so much and not have a major injury. And Man United isn't known for a great medical asset. There we go. I think a lot of players do have their own second opinions, yes. Match is boring, says Danny. I think it's been a good game. Maybe it's because it's the first game I've seen. Cormac, I don't know whether you were doing it to get blocked, but you have been. We're trying to watch football, mate. Mark, I hope Man United get all your dream signings so we can have a proper rivalry again. Have a pint on me. Cheers from an American Man City fan, says Kyle. Thank you very much, Kyle. Do you miss having sound on to hear the atmosphere, says Tom? I've sort of got used to it now, Tom, if I'm being honest. And Mark, Ronaldo is still the best in the air, but still no serious cross in the box. If Ronaldo is not the main target, then still no one-touch pass creates anything, says Sabatashi. And Southgate not using Ollie Watkins is baffling, says Jack. Get rid of that idiot. Sam says, why can't you have the sound? I mean, I can have the sound on. I just have earphones on, like when I do the Super Bowl. But if I put the sound on, then you're going to hear the commentary, which would be obviously copyright. Yeah, I'm looking. I think Austria were unlucky last night, but I'm looking forward to their second game on. I presume they must be playing on Friday, Austria. I'll have a look at what the fixtures are, because we're back again tomorrow with 2 o'clock games, aren't we? We are, aren't we? We are tomorrow. I'm convinced that today was the only day yet. Here is Ronaldo. That was my stomach. It wasn't a fart. Yeah, Croatia, Albania, 2 o'clock tomorrow. Then Germany, Hungary at 5 o'clock. And then Scotland, Switzerland at 8 o'clock. Ooh, deflected. Goes for a corner. Thursday's a good day. Denmark, England at 5. Spain, Italy at 8. Those 2 games I can't wait for. And then Friday, Poland are playing Austria at 5. The Netherlands are playing France at 8. And then Saturday, Turkey, Portugal. Massive game. And Belgium could go out. They've got Romania. It's all going on. Cross comes in from the corner. Pepe gets up. "22 minutes gone. Czech Republic haven't really asked any questions so far, have they? Here's Bernardo Silva. He's a player I'd love to piss off from Man City. I just can't see. I said the same about France last night. I just can't see how Portugal don't go deep in the tournament. Like, they've got so many good players. Pepe is going to shoot. Good block. I mean, Czech Republic are playing what you can pretty much define as a bus. A very, very deep block. Bruno with a shot. Not bad. Wants a corner. Gets a corner. Bit of pressure on Portugal here. Czech Republic frustrating them at the moment. As is their right. Why would you open up? Another corner. Portugal. They've had a few. In it comes again. No, they've gone short to Bernardo Silva this time. Final ball's just killing them, really. Czech Republic have got a chance for a break. Little bit like Austria. They don't have a hell of a lot of pace. Topaz Plays says, I think Ronaldo scores 2 goals. He needs service then, mate. No, I'll tell you what, from a Man United point of view, I mean, obviously Bruno Fernandes is going to start for Portugal, but it's not always been guaranteed that Dalot would start, and I think had a very good season for Man United, and when you look at the squad that they've got, great to see him playing. Oh, Bernardo Silva wins it back. They've got an overload, and it's a nice ball. Bruno, Leao, oh, he's so close. Cross came in from Bruno, his outstretched foot. It's lovely play. Bernardo Silva gets the ball. Bruno waits and waits, puts a lovely cross in, and Leao just can't slide in. What a ball by Bruno as well. I'll tell you what, if they score that goal, he's so close as well. If they score that goal, the pass from Bernardo and then the cross by Bruno was so good. Probably the best chance Portugal have had there, just short of sliding it in. That's what she said. What are your thoughts on the fixtures that have come out in the Premier League? I'm very surprised that Man City have got Chelsea. I mean, I think it has happened before, but you don't normally get that, really. So I suppose Chelsea might not be considered a big game anymore. I don't know. Chelsea Man City was in fact, I think Chelsea Man City at Stamford Bridge was one of the games of the season last season, actually, that 4-4. So surprised that that's come out. Remind me, Arsenal, Wolves. They'd be pretty happy with that, I suppose. United have got Fulham at home. Look, Fulham are a good team, but I'd fancy, you know, a home game is what you want. And I think Liverpool go to Ipswich, don't they? You know, I think Liverpool will probably win, but it's a good game. Ipswich, first game. Should Ronaldo be playing, says Kepco? Well, I've been waiting for somebody to ask this. Should Ronaldo be starting for Portugal, or is it sentimentality? In my opinion, he should be starting because, selfishly, I want to watch Cristiano Ronaldo. Corner to Portugal here. I suppose the question is there anybody that should be starting ahead of him? I mean, I look at the bench. Liverpool fans could probably make a strong case that Jota should be starting ahead of him. I don't know about Ramos. He's not really had a great time at PSG. So I would start him, yeah, but I also would agree that they you know, Jota. I mean, I think if Jota stays fit this season, between Christmas and the end of the season more, Liverpool might have won the league. But I'd start Ronaldo. Logan says, That's Football's got better coverage of the Euros than Sky. Sky aren't allowed to cover it though, are they? They don't have any TV rights. Liverpool Ipswich. See what McKenna has got. Potential future manager for his Mark after Eric, says Martin Saunders. Well, honest thoughts on the game. I think Portugal are probing, but they're up against a team that's very, very well organised. And I think Czech Republic need to have a bit of an outball. Irish lad wants a refund. Well, stop doing super chats, mate. Arsenal play Villa, City and Spurs in their first 5 games. Biased brain was 9 out of 15 minimum, but I doubt it'll happen, says Peter. Mate, Man City are going to win the league next year anyway. I told you that halfway through last season. I mean, the title race is boring. Man City win the league. Like, they're a juggernaut. They've got everything going their way. Have you seen their last 4 games? You may as well give them 12 points now. I mean, there is no running where they don't get 12 points. So, yeah, Man City will win the league. Kenneth says, ideally, Portugal score first. If the Czechs do it, they'll sit on bricks. Yeah, I think you're right. Gabe says, Ronaldo scored 40 goals this season in the Saudi League, but Ramos in that league, and he'd probably have that many. It's a joke league. Yeah, we do want the game to open up a little. How's he not giving a foul there? Bloody idiot. Got sandwiched. Oh, another bad pass. Bernardo. He's got to move it quicker here. They've got a 4v4. Bruno. They need to use it. Leao. No, bad feet. Bad feet. Pass it. Pass it. It's like they're trying a little bit too hard at the moment. Cancelo. Good. See, Czech Republic, I know people are getting frustrated with them, but they are well organised and they are getting their foot in. It always feels like Leao and Bruno would rather kick the ball out off bounds than pass to Ronaldo, says J-Dead. Oh, what a save by the keeper. I mean, you look a right idiot now because Bruno's pass to Ronaldo. Oh, my God. What a pass. And Ronaldo misses. Right on the point. When somebody said that I think he might have been marginally offside. But what a pass by Bruno. I think he was just offside, Ronaldo, there. But I think he was just offside. I feel a bit sorry for J-Dead. He literally just said it always feels like Bruno would rather kick the ball out of bounds than pass to Ronaldo. And lovely ball. We were robbed of a suey, says Just Kevin. Oh, I'd love to do that. Yeah, it's been ages. Good save though, says Christian. Is João Felix a good player? I don't think he's fulfilled his potential really. I've always liked João Felix, but I don't feel like he's fulfilled his potential. Good play by Ronaldo here. Gets it into Bruno again. Back to Ronaldo. Little back heel. Oh, good play. And Bettina puts it wide. Hard chance, but he puts it wide. Corner, sorry. I love your jumper, Mark, says it's me. If you want to get it, you can get it. I mean, the red ones, I need to order a couple. There's a really nice grey one and there's a red one where this is black. United Stand Shopify. If you type in United Stand Shopify on Google, you'll find it. Another corner for Portugal. Cross the back post. They're a big team, Czech Republic. Here's Cancelo. I mean, remember, Portugal have got a lot of options off the bench. Bruno. Cross cleared again. 33 minutes. What we doing stats wise here? 74% possession, 6 corners to 0, 7 shots to 1, 91% pass rate. I mean, Czech Republic really are. Lucas, thanks for the follow on TikTok. Sitting back at the moment. Again, I look at this Czech Republic side, and it's a bit like, I mean, Austria approached the game very differently. But I look at this Czech Republic side, and like Austria, they don't have an explosive pace player, do they? That I think would be very useful to them. And Austria didn't have it last night. At least Switzerland, they've got like the lad who scored, who I forgot his name, and obviously Mbolo as well, who can really stretch defenders because of their pace. I don't think Ronaldo looks out of place as Fuge. I agree. I don't think he looks out of place either. Lovely little flick into Vitina. I just think they're up against a well-organised team at the moment. Paul says, anyone who says Ronaldo is washed is a fool. It's probably the whole Messi-Ronaldo thing, which I'll give you my opinion on for the millionth time. Ben Giles, thanks for following. Where in the debate about who's better, Messi or Ronaldo, I say I feel privileged to have seen two players like them play for such a long period of time. And I look back to their prime years where they were both, one was at Real Madrid and one was at Barcelona, and the amount of goals they were scoring. Also, one thing that never really gets discussed is how little they got injured across their career. I think if we'd have just had one of them, we'd have been blessed. To have two of them and have two of them playing at the same time has just been an absolute privilege to the game I love. I don't play either or. I just say thank you. I think they're amazing players, and to have them both at the same time, we've been treated. So, end of. I'm not sitting on the fence. If I had to choose, I'd go for Ronaldo because of what he did for Man United. That's my preference, but Messi's the better talent. There's no doubt about that, but I just don't see, when you've got amazing players like that, why is it about one's shit and one's good? It clearly isn't true. I'm not tearing up. I've just got itchy eyes. I don't know what's going on with me at the moment. Oh. I know what I've been doing today that might have led to a bit of an allergy. Sushek has gone out. He's up now. Would like to have seen Vitina go to United, says Steve. Well, I think Vitina's the player that a lot of people didn't want to play because they want to see João Neves or Jota or someone like that, or Polina. But I think he's a good player. And here he's on the ball now. He's a tricky little customer, and he's very confident with the ball at his feet. I mean, when you think about Portugal's midfield three, it's Vitina, Bruno, and Bernardo Silva, isn't it? What are your thoughts on the Romania performances, Ole? I thought it was fantastic. I mean, it'd be brilliant if they knocked Belgium out on Saturday night, but I don't think they will. I still think Belgium are going to find a way. Good cross. Oh, I thought that was going to be 1-0 to Czech Republic. The cross was good. You've got to say, I really thought he was going to get his head on the end of that, but here we go. Liao, bit of space. Attack it. Attack him. Attack him. He's gone. Ref, what we doing? What we doing? Yellow card. Edge of the box. Yeah. He, oh, he's booked. He's booked Liao. He's booked Liao. No. I can't see that. Nah, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I'm not having that at all. Another crap ref. That is not a dive. No way is that a dive. He's got Soucek on toast. He's knocked the ball past him, and Soucek knows he's done. There's no reason for him to dive. He's running past him and he's getting the ball. You know, everyone who's saying it's a dive, you need to understand the bloody game. Why would somebody who's going to get the ball in the penalty box because he's quicker than Soucek dive as he runs past him and he's not even in the bloody penalty box? It doesn't make any sense to dive. Why dive then? If everyone is saying it's a dive, why would you dive in that situation? He's going to get into the penalty box and get a shot off, and he's not in the penalty box to dive. There's no reason to dive. Absolutely none. He's body check. Soucek has stood in the way, and it's a foul. He's blocked him. Bruno. Into Ronaldo. He's got to come back. So well organised, Czech Republic. 5 minutes to half time. If England and Portugal were playing, who would win? I think Portugal have more creative freedom from their coaching leadership, says MM. Well, they might end up playing against each other. Oh, another bad pass. We're only 10 subscribers away from 173,000, by the way, on YouTube. So please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Every game as a watch along on That's Football. And we are back tomorrow with the 2 o'clock games as well. Kenneth says, I think Liao might be the first sub. It gives them something that they don't have in the final third, which is absolute take-on ability pace. But yeah, I mean, when you're looking at the subs, I think Martinez is a bit like Southgate. You can predict who the players are going to be. Vitina will be one. Liao will be another. I don't think he'd take off Bruno or Cristiano. I suppose he could go to 4 at the back. Motivation Day says, I've seen Tom Daly dive less for a medal. Have you really? Well, I don't think it was a dive. So we'll agree to disagree, or we'll agree I'm right and you're wrong. No, I wouldn't do that. You're entitled to your opinion. I think if I was Portugal, I would really try and get Mendes forward a little bit more, because they are effectively playing a back 5. And the danger is that they could look at this, and Czech Republic could be quite comfortable to see this out. I was listening to Murphy and woman commentator. It's like they literally have brain damage, says I'm all in. Oh, that's a bit unfair on the woman. Mark, do a poll, mate. Let's see who agrees, says James. What poll do you want? I'll give you a poll. I'm good at polls. I mean, you can always recommend them, but I've got a poll for you. Will, I can't read that out. It doesn't help me out, mate. What was I going to say? I have got one player. I'm trying to think of the other one. Either or. Yeah, if I do that one, it's too obvious. So I've got Jota or well, I can tell you, Jota or who in a poll. And don't say Grealish, because Grealish will get battered. And don't say Rashford, because Rashford will get battered. It's got the whole point of a poll. It's got to be somebody that's going to be close to them. So I'm thinking Jota or João Felix. Oh, that's not a bad one, yeah. That is a good one, actually. Let's try and keep it Eurocentric. Isn't Bruno passing more today than for United, says Shahin? Better players around him, mate. A lot of people say that about Portugal. Like if he dived, says Alison. Same old Bruno, constant Hollywood pass attempt, says Tamarick Soul Scholar. I don't know what to watch tonight. I don't know whether to watch Clarkson's Farm from the start again or watch a film, which I'll only watch about an hour of. I do like films in the summer, though. And I do like starting to watch a film in the week. It feels a bit cheeky. Cheeky. You know, we're bordering on moving off the football, which we didn't do for France-Austria last night. We'll be talking about polar bears in a minute. Seb says, show the game, bro. Ronaldo! Oh, good save by the keeper. You bloody git. You're a git, goalkeeper. You're a git. That was Martin McCutcheon. If anyone's got any agony aunt stories as well, Agony Bridge. If you're new to That's Football, we do a lot of watch-alongs throughout the season, Champions League, Premier League, and sometimes the game can drift and we'll start talking about things like, you know, all sorts of stuff. But I am also I'm a qualified YouTubing agony aunt, so I can give you advice. For example, a few weeks ago, I think it was Dan, we'll say it was Dan, put a message in and said that his girlfriend's broken up with him, but she broke up with him by text from his best friend's house, and apparently she'd gone round to his best friend's house for so that, you know, just because she wanted someone to talk to. I instantly said, and I'm sure you're thinking it, she's having it off with him. She's cheating on you with him. You've lost your best friend and your girlfriend. And they never messaged again, but I'm confident I was right. It's half time here, so yeah. If you've got any problems, Agony Aunt, see Agony Bridge is here. Whether it's the loss of a hamster, or the breakup of a relationship, or just simply, you know, neighbour disputes, I can provide you. I can provide you with help with anything. 0-0 at half time is the scoreline. Make sure you give us your thoughts. Let's get the old stats up. Although I think stats on this one are probably not going to be that revealing in the sense that, yes, Portugal have had 75% possession. They've had 9 shots to 1. Czech Republic have done nothing. 8 corners to 0. This is the Autobahn. This is exactly what international football used to be about, in the sense that international football used to be very, very much like this. We used to see this all the time. Slow, monotonous, frustrating. And that's not what this tournament's been about. You know, and I think this was always going to happen. But we should praise the majority. I mean, look, this is the final game of the first group games. And it's the first typical international game we've had. Park the bus team against what they perceive to be a better team. But we don't see this a lot in domestic football now, because if you think about the Brightons of this world or the Fulhams of this world, when Fulham or Brighton or Crystal Palace or Bournemouth play Chelsea or Arsenal or Manchester United, do they park the bus? No, a lot of them don't. They actually try and, you know, implement a system that is compact and, you know, secure, but also when they've got the ball, they want to go out there and do something. International football is like this, has been like this for years, but this tournament hasn't. We've seen people like Austria trying to express themselves against France. We've seen Switzerland going for it, and Hungary go for it as well. Czech Republic, Spain, 3-0. It could have been 3-3. But unfortunately, Czech Republic have looked at this game and gone, yeah, we're just going to sit deep and be compact. And we've been served up probably the worst 45 minutes of the tournament so far. And for the good of the game, we do need a Portugal goal because it'll open up the game. Let's do things that sound good but mean something dirty, says Jack. Didn't we do that before? Let's things that sound good but aren't good, like a golden shower. Yeah, we've done that before. Sims, things that sound good but aren't good. Pearl necklace. Well, you might like a golden shower, you might like a pearl necklace, but it's not what you think it is. Like, a golden shower isn't... Well, it is having a shower of gold, but not the gold you think it is. And a pearl necklace ain't made of pearl. So, yeah. Anyway, it is not 9 o'clock yet. Goldbridge over troubled waters, you could say, says Glenn. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. I'm nicking that because I think we thought about that at the same time, even though you said it first. What would life be without football, says Distressed Wrangler Jeans. Worse. There's a great bit on Alan Partridge's radio show where they get this guy in who sings songs that goes, what would life be without ketchup? And you just go better or worse. So if you've got any of those, we can debate that as well. Just throw in, what would life be without something? Have you seen Goulet's goal, says VWR? I have. I thought Turkey... I felt a bit sorry for Georgia, but I think they're probably the worst team in the tournament anyway. But I thought it was a cracking game. Cracking game. Best watch-along channel in the world, says Logan. Well, even I know that. 100%. The original as well, but definitely the best. And definitely the best community. What would life be without tax, says your dad? Better. But then again, technically worse. Because how would we afford, you know, things like the National Health Service and things like that, which is not necessarily doing great anyway. Remember when the Czechs frustrated Figo and co and Poborski scored, says Kenneth. Well, I don't think the Czechs are in it. I don't think there's many checkmates at the moment. I think football's moved on from this sort of approach, and they've got every right to do what they're doing, but I think we want to see teams like Austria, who are underdogs but have a go. Yeah. Has there been any football-related issues highlighted by any party in the general election campaign, says Axel? Oh, I know. Well, let's not do politics. And WC22 was fixed. You'd be lucky to get 7 penalties in a season, says CR7. Oh, I saw this today about all the penalties that Argentina got. Look, Argentina did what can happen in a tournament. I mean, forget whether they should have had any penalties. Mawani should have scored, and Martinez made a great save. And they did it. They won on penalty shoots. They won 2 penalty shootouts to do it as well, didn't they? It's not conspiracy. It's just, you know, sometimes you need a bit of luck. Moose is loose. Says this is always the case with Portugal. They have such a star-squadded squad, but somehow end up lacking chemistry and bottle it. I hope this isn't the case. In fairness to Portugal, from a purely footballing observation, I think France would be struggling here. England would be struggling here. Argentina would be struggling here. You're playing against a Czech Republic side, which isn't shit. They've got some decent, experienced players who are playing a well-organised system. They're not small, so you can't whip crosses into the box because they'll win them. They're hard to break down. I don't think Portugal are going to play teams like this throughout the tournament. So yeah, I mean, look, I was looking at the squad for Czech Republic, and I mean, predominantly, yeah, there's some of them that play for Sparta Prague, but there's a few obviously playing in the Premier League, as we know, with like Kufel and Sushek. Schick obviously plays in Germany. They've got a few players that play in Germany as well, so they're not bad players. It's not like you look at the Georgia squad and, you know, Czech Republic are a well-known team, and whilst they won't be winning this tournament, I think that's very, very clear, I don't think they're going to be one of the dark horses of the tournament either, unless they're going to open up against Turkey and Georgia, which they probably will. But they're making life very, very, very different at the moment. Difficult at the moment. Jack says, what would life be without Man City? Better. Definitely better. Well, the Premier League would be better. And that's not even anything to do with the 1-1-5. I mean, we'd have a better league. Ronaldo looks sharp. Shame Eric Ten Hag lost his respect, says Nelly. And Corey Lineker says, Portugal play through a great striker while England play through an out-of-positional Jude while ignoring Kane. Southgate ball, says Lineker. There you go. That's his thoughts. 115 likes to get City relegated, says Alison Becker. Thank you very much for that. Please do subscribe if you're watching. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. Thanks everyone who's on TikTok. Give us a follow. Unknown B says, my prediction for next half is going to be 1-0 to Portugal. I think Martinez should sub on Eusebio, says Cesspool. And Germany for the win, says Sean. And it's not an Adam. Thank you very much for the follow. Man as well. Raz as well. Josh on TikTok says, what's your thoughts on Leao first half? Look, I think Leao is, you know, apparently PSG are looking at Leao as the replacement for Mbappe. And Leao is a good player. But as I keep saying to PSG, Rashford would be a great signing. And if you get Rashford playing to his level, then he would be a great signing for you. What I would say about Leao is he's like any flair winger, really. You know, on his day, unbelievable, but there's very few wingers out there that are brilliant every single game. And I just think he's having a bit of an off game, really. Sean says Rashford to Arsenal could still happen. I mean, it would never happen. Shoo, says Amian. Southgate would be a good manager for Czech Republic, says Aaron. I mean, he probably would suit it. I've got a new poll to do, actually. It's been suggested by Abraham Martinez, and I am going to do it because João Felix has been battered 60-40 by Jota. So our next poll on YouTube is a good one, put forward by Abraham, and it's about to drop now. Well, I've slowed it down a little bit here. Should have been quicker. It's Leao against Kvaratskhelia. Who is better? I think that could be close. I like a close one. That could be close. Give us your thoughts on that. What subs do you think Portugal will make? Well, I think very, very obviously when you look at that Portugal team, I mean, look, in fairness, there's a bit of guesswork here, but I think Martinez is a bit like Southgate. I don't see him taking Ronaldo off. I don't think he'll take Bruno. I mean, he might do in the last 10, 20, but I don't think he's going to do early subs of Ronaldo, Bruno, Bernardo. So I'd say Vitina, Leao, and he might go to a back four to get another guy in the attack, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Czech Republic are doing nothing on the attack, so I'd maybe go to a back four. Delo's got forward down the right-hand side a lot, but I don't think we've seen enough from Mendes on the overlap. Cancelo isn't overlapping much. He's playing more as a midfielder. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they got Jota involved at some point. Joseph, thanks for your super chat, and Amian as well. Goal of the tournament so far, says Champ. I thought the Turkey goal today was very, very good, and the Romania goal was very good. What else have we had? Look, I thought Fulkrug's hit you know, I think that's a good. I think that is a good goal because of how hard he hits it and where he puts it. I mean, just the sheer power on that shot was amazing. Mark, what's the work? Sorry, Will 0702 says, what's the worst, most embarrassing international team performance you've seen? England versus Iceland 2016 has to be mine, as England were so poor. Yeah. It wasn't great. I'm trying to think of a worse England performance. I mean, there's been plenty over the years. In tournament, 2014 World Cup was pretty shit as well. 2010 World Cup, there was some horrible time to support England then. I think from 2008, after the 2006 World Cup, from 2006 to 2018, it was a horrible 12 years, really. They're talking to Steve Clarke, says Kenneth. Can't remember who he manages. Yeah, definitely Scotland, Kenneth. Definitely Scotland. Do you think Belgium are going to win the group, says Justin? Funnily enough, I can still see Belgium topping that group because I can see them beating Romania and Ukraine. And I think Slovakia, Ukraine, and Romania will just take points off each other. I really do think Belgium will still qualify, yeah. I think they're in the right group to do it. Mark, as a Czech here, I'm not happy with this at all. We can't string two passes together. I think the players are very nervous. They were very excited for this massive game and look scared, and hopefully we'll get better, says Dalibor. Yeah, I mean, look, they've set their stall out. We know what they're selling. They look, I keep mentioning Austria because I think the parallels are very, very clear. They easily could have played a different way and have chosen not to. So I think what they're looking to do is they don't want to lose this first game. So they've decided that their qualification will be served better against Georgia and Turkey. So if we can get a point against Portugal, it's a free hit. I understand it. I understand what they're doing. They're going for a free hit by just parking the bus. But it's not led to a very good game, has it? And it, you know, fair play to Dalibor, who's Czech, you know, acknowledging that. But I think you will see a very different Czech Republic when you play Georgia and Turkey. The problem is, if you get out the group and you play England or France or whatever, you'll do what you're doing here. It's not been close between Kvaratskhelia and Liao, by the way. Liao is 66%. If anyone's got any other either ors, we're happy to put them up. But I think that should be closer than it is. But 66% have gone for Liao over Kvaratskhelia. Maybe not a lot of people know or watch or have seen what he's all about. But I thought it would be closer. Referee's willing to set the second half up and running. And away we go. Big shout out to BoohooMan, by the way. Bottom right hand... That's not bottom right hand corner. Big shout out to BoohooMan, by the way, who are sponsoring the stream. Get all your clothing wear, gym wear, five-a-side wear, underwear, outerwear delivered to your door from BoohooMan. They've got great priced items for clothing and discounts, but you can get an extra 10% on top of any discount there with the code Goldbridge. Scan the QR code as well. Big shout out to BoohooMan. I've seen a few people chat, and I think we had a super chat in the first half about the BBC commentary team being Danny Murphy and a female. Some people have, well, one person, let's not say some, I'm sure some will, but let's just say one person said it's dreadful. Look, I get the Danny Murphy thing. Delay with a shot over the box. Choice is what I say when people border on sexism. You don't run the BBC. You don't run ITV. If they want to use female commentators, that's up to them. And it's up to you whether you want to listen to it. I don't think we need to get offensive about it. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. But it's not a debate that you're going to win by going, they shouldn't have female commentators, because it's up to them what they do, and that's the world we live in. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. Simple as that. Don't ask me what I think, because I don't listen and haven't listened to commentary in years. Because if I watch a game, really, I'm doing a watch along, or I'm down the pub, in which case we can't hear the commentary anyway. But honestly, I'd rather listen to... I don't think the issue is a female commentator. I think it's Danny Murphy. I think he's bloody dreadful. He's right up... Danny Murphy, Jermaine Janus, and who's the other one? There's another one. I just think, I'd rather hit mute. I'd rather Justin from Justin's house. Mr... What's his name? What's his name? I don't even know if Mr. Tumble. I'd rather have him than them. In a commentary way, not anything else. Southgate or Martinez, Paul, says Jackson. I'll do it. Overhit pass to Bernardo Silva there. Oh, no, he's not. He's won a corner. Yeah. Either or. Another corner for Portugal. They've not been anywhere near scoring from it, and they won't be with that. Another wasted ball. It is raining. I don't know whether that can be an excuse. I don't think commentary in general is that good anymore. I was very lucky to grow up with the likes of Martin Tyler. I even remember Brian Moore years ago. John Motson. Barry Davies was always my favourite. Neymar or Beckham, says Baron. Oh, that's a good one. We'll do that one in a minute. That is a good one. Hi. Eric Ecto, thanks for the follow. And Bits CZ1, thanks for the follow on TikTok. You're a legend. Steve McManaman's terrible, says Matthew. Yeah, I don't like listening to McManaman. And the funny thing is, I always thought it was because of the Liverpool accent, but I don't actually mind the Liverpool accent at all. As I've got older, I actually speak to quite a lot of people from Liverpool. So it's not even that. Czech Republic actually on the attack here. It won't last long. Oh, he's into the box. And he goes for a shot. It's raining for both teams, says Art. It always is, yes. What's his name who did Robot Wars on BBC, says Mitch. Oh, I know who you are. Was it Jonathan? Not Jonathan. What was his name? Robot Wars on BBC. Yes, I know. Oh, what was his name? I want to say Jonathan Dark, but it's not Jonathan Dark. Not Craig Charles, no. It wasn't Craig David either. No, Jonathan Pierce, that was it. Yeah, Jonathan Pierce, that was his name. What does he do now? Oh, I'm not the person to ask, actually. I don't listen. Southgate or North Fence, says Jack. 80% of you've gone with Martinez, by the way. I'm going to end that one now because I do want to do the next one, which is Neymar or Beckham. Obviously, there's a lot of context to this. I know for a fact that a lot of you won't have even seen Beckham play, just based on demograph, but we'll still do it. Even though it's meant to be Eurocentric, neither of these... What's happened to Neymar, anyway? Is he retired, or is he just always injured now? There we go, Bernardo Silva. I tell you what, we're seeing a lot of shots at the moment from both teams. And I think that's something, if I was Martinez, I'd be a little bit worried about. There's no reason to shoot from there. He's had an ACL apparently, Neymar. I don't remember the last... I mean, I know he's in Saudi, but I don't remember the last time he was fit. Just Kevin says Neymar should never have gone to PSG. Well, I'd agree with you on that one. Sean says, Mark, are you using a dodgy box? Well, there's absolutely no need to. It's on free for view in the UK. BBC, mate. Ronaldo loses the ball, but Portugal win it back again. Molden says, what do you think of the new season of House of the Dragon? Personally, I think the first episode was a perfect continuation. Yes. It's a setter-upper, isn't it? What I would say about House of the Dragon is that, you know, at the start, when they have the... when the music's the same as Game of the Thrones, I always do think, oh God, remember when Game of the Thrones was good, nothing could live with it. In the last 24 to 48 hours, Manchester United have made some calls for midfielders. Tell us who they are, Fabrizio. I hope it's João Neves and Ederson. Here's Bernardo Silva. Oh, Ronaldo gets up, but it's over the bar. Sorry for going quiet. I was just reading something, and I'm not great at multitasking. Do you think Poland's got a chance of getting out the groups? Says Ice. Yeah, I do actually, because I look at that group: France, Netherlands, Poland, and that's a goal. Oh, what a header! Was that Sushik? That's landing on Ronaldo's head from a Bruno cross. And he just flicks his head back and gets the edge of his head on it. I thought that was going to be a goal. I really did. Actually, can I just retract my opinion on Poland? They're going out. You're going home. You lost to the Netherlands. You'll lose to France, which means you've got to beat Austria, which will only get you 3 points. So I'd say Poland are probably going out. Because I think it's probable that you will lose to France. Would you rather have a pig's head or no legs, says Pinhead. McGregor from Celtic, only joking, says Jack Glancy. Carrick or Rodri, Mark? Oh, everyone will vote for bloody Rodri. I'll do it. Beckham has beaten Neymar 60% to 40%. I will do Carrick versus Rodri, but I'm telling you now, who you vote for, you're going to be wrong. 100%. Rodri's bloody good, but I don't think anybody has a clue about just how good Michael Carrick was. Come on, Portugal, score a goal. Oh, free kick. Ronaldo surely can't be taking free kicks still. It's a decent position, but I think this is not power. This is whip. This should be Bruno. Oh no, Ronaldo still takes the free kicks. Look, he's there. When was the last time Ronaldo scored a free kick from around this area? Good point. Well, it could be now. I bet he won't score from here, but I'd love it if he did. But I think those days are gone. I mean, it's the sort of area. No, he ain't scoring this. No, straight at the keeper. Yeah, it's really raining. Jay, thanks for the follow. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner on YouTube. Get involved with That's Football. 3 games tomorrow. Croatia, Albania. Croatia have got to win that. And I think they will. Germany, Hungary. And then big game tomorrow night. Switzerland, Scotland. If Scotland don't get something out of that, they're going home. Oh, here we go. Bernardo Silva. Why didn't you shoot, you twat? Why didn't he shoot? Lovely play. I'd have had a shot from there. The cutback was never on. Nice ball by Delo. Leao's not been in the game that much, has he? Here he is. Let's look at that again. Shooting from stupid areas. Ronaldo. Cross is going to go too far. Can Bernardo Silva keep it in? No. It's got to be subs o'clock now. An hour gone. No, Mark, our dreams of getting out of the group stage is just like our national animal, a fantasy, says Jack. Hi, Mark. Love the streams in the podcast studio. Reminds me of the kickoff, says Benny Custard. We will be back in there, yeah. Will's just going out to Germany at the end of the week, so we really enjoyed those, doing the podcast watch-along, so they will be back. I think Monday next week. Mark, how many young players are very talented, says Crixus, but doesn't make it to the top? In your opinion, who's the best talent who never made it? I think at Manchester United, Ravel Morrison had a lot of hype around him, which we never really saw. That's a name that always sticks out. Janusai was another one that didn't. In general football, I think people like Theo Walcott, Jack Wilshere could have been a lot better. Joe Cole, those 3 could have been better players, but didn't really go where they should have gone as well. Fatty. I'm not calling someone fat. I'm just saying Fatty. Ansu Fati is a good one as well. Bojan. Yeah. $61 minutes gone here. Are we going to get... I'm starting to panic now that we might get our first 0-0 as well, which we don't want. Oh, Czech Republic with a cross. That's going to stay in as well. Cross is good. Good header away from Pepe. They're still in the box, Czech Republic. He's going to shoot. And he's going to score. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It is the quintessential. We're not getting a 0-0. It is the quintessential park the bus and score. It's Jose Mourinho will be loving... Well, he won't because he's Portuguese, will he? But Jose Mourinho would love this if he wasn't Portuguese. It literally is smash and grab. Oh, my God. It's their first real opportunity. I mean, I'd like to see it again from behind. That's what she said. But edge of the box, maybe the keeper should be doing better there. It's come through a crowd. It's hard to say. I think the keeper should do better. It's not dipping. It's not high. It's a good shot. I don't think it's unsavable. But this is the danger. But there's subs coming off. Jota's coming on. Delo and Liao off. Going to put Cancelo at right back, isn't he? Well, it makes it interesting now. It will continue to be defence against attack. But Czech Republic, the game plan might be pretty boring, but it's worked. Manson on TikTok says, can you shout out my man? She died yesterday. Is this some sort of, what do you call it? Snowflake thing? I don't. How can your man die and be a she? I don't want to get into all this. I think you mean your nan, don't you? Yeah, shout out your nan for dying. I mean, shout out your nan who died. Rest in peace, your nan. Or your man. Maybe your nan identified as your man. I don't know. Don't get me into all that. But shout out your nan who passed. Hi, Mark. Sorry, got a lot of comments coming in here. Hi, Mark. Many young players have done that. Hi, Mark. Love the streams in the podcast. Done that. Southgate is pitching a tent right now, says Jack. No, Mark. Our dreams have done that one from Jack. Mark, do you remember Nick Powell? I do. From my hometown club Crew. A lot of hype around him when he signed for United age 18 for 6 million. Yeah. I think he went to Wigan, didn't he? Portugal, good team, but rubbish coach. Not good enough from Roberto Southgate, says Mohammed. Well, I did say this. I have said this so many times. That Martinez is basically a problem. I can't believe how shit he was with Belgium. He walked into another job. Well, he's made a couple of subs. As we know, Delo and Liao went off, and Jota and Iheanacho have come on. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he's doing there. Then he's gone to. Iheanacho's a centre back, so maybe a 5-3-2 still. I don't know. They look for Ronaldo too much. Portugal aren't a team, says the wheelbarrow. Would any of the Portuguese players make the England starting lineup? And if so, who? Says Oliver. Good question. Good question. I think that... I mean, look, England are an amazing team and Portugal are an amazing team. And when you say who would make whose team, the problem is both have got coaches that just don't know what to do with the players that they've got. So I'd say if Pep Guardiola was in charge of England, what Portugal teams would get in it? Well, he'd want Bernardo Silva, wouldn't he? I think he'd want Ruben Diaz as well. I think with Luke Shaw injured, you'd take Cancelo or Mendes, although Pep wouldn't want Cancelo as well. You'd take the goalkeeper. Yeah, you would take the goalkeeper. So there's 4 or 5. Would he take Bruno? Well, you'd have to drop Foden or Bellingham, wouldn't you? I'd say the goalkeeper, the left back, Diaz, and Bernardo Silva, definitely. And then you can argue the others. Well, Portugal could be heading to a loss here. And it just shows you, if they do lose this game, as good as they are, there's a vulnerability there. There is a vulnerability. But if we're being completely honest, Czech Republic have played anti-football. You can't argue with it if it's successful, but it's not what we want to watch, is it? You know, it hasn't been good from them. But if they win, that's all that matters, isn't it? But they're not going to win the tournament. You know, I want a dark horse that's going to actually progress and do something with the tournament. Statistically, thanks for the follow, Tony. One shot. One shot on target in the whole game and 25% possession. But if it works, it works. It was a nice goal, yeah. Give him a shout out. Mark, take England's talent and Rangnick coaching and knowledge unstoppable, says Martin. I agree, Martin. I actually agree. Making England's 1-0 win look pretty good, to be honest, says Hoy. Yeah. Well, it's job done, innit? Here's Bernardo Silva. I still think Portugal will score. Oh, and they have! An own goal! Prediction bridge. He's got it right. It's an OG. It's a cross to the back post. Mendes heads it back across. And we've had another goal for the second night in a row. Yeah, it's just one of those, isn't it? He heads it down at the keeper's arms. And what's the keeper doing there? That's on the keeper, isn't it? He's palmed it in. I mean, I don't know what the keeper's doing there. He's got to jump on the ball. Why is he palming it away there? Palmed it into the goal, into the defender, and it's gone in. Just jump on the ball. What a silly goal to give away. Portugal a bit lucky, says John. Wow, Czech Republic are going to be fuming, aren't they? They've put the work in defensively. They've got that moment where they've scored. And then they make a defensive cock-up and let all that work go to waste. Hawker says it was difficult circumstances for the goalkeeper. Yeah, it is wet, it's bouncing, but obviously where he's pushing it there, I'd be stunned if there wasn't a goal. I mean, he's pushed it towards a big crowd of people. It's just... I just can't see how that's not going to end up with a goal, really. Decisions, that's why he doesn't play for Real Madrid. And Portugal will have their tails up now. Take Vitina off and bring João Neves on. That's what I'd do. Shahin says, you mentioned both goals moments before scoring. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Please do subscribe if you're on That's Football. We've got over 20,000 watching. People get involved with all these watch-alongs. Remember, you can find us on YouTube every time there's a match for a bit of a chat. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and get involved. Big shout out everyone who's watching on TikTok as well. Yeah, I mean, I think in general, I was talking to Watto and Ben Foster on yesterday morning when I went over to the filling, and obviously they're both goalkeepers, and I think there has been a number of errors by goalkeepers in this tournament so far. Which is odd because, you know, every country should be picking their best goalkeeper, so I don't know why we've had that problem. I think some people tried to say Donnarumma shouldn't have let that goal in, but I think when it's high and powerful like that, I don't think he could have done anything more. Latest on Xerxes, just come out from Pletigol. Told that concrete talks between Man United and Xerxes' agents have started. Top target for the attack, and as revealed today, a total agreement with Milan is not in sight at this stage. United have got good chances to hijack the deal. Open race, Ten Hag wants him. However, a deal with Milan is not out of the question. So pretty much what we spoke about at 7 o'clock, really. But obviously, Ornstein dropped that as well. Although Pletigol did drop it a little bit earlier. I've got to be fair. Anyway, we've got 15 minutes, just over 15 minutes to go here. Will we get a winner from Portugal? Or could Czech Republic hold on here? Or maybe even more? Dare to dream. Best goalkeeper was the one from Ukraine, and this one from the Czech. I thought the Albanian keeper, the Brentford guy, did make a good couple of saves, and he's not even first choice. I mean, Belgium not having Courtois because probably fallen out with the coach. I mean, why does that happen at international football so much? First name Al says the video quality is much better on TikTok than YouTube. I don't know why that is. Nice little ball out wide here to Jota. Good touch. The cross isn't great. What was worse for England, says Ross, the 0-4 or 0-6 loss to Portugal? I don't know, because if we'd beat them in 0-4, Rooney was going to be out with a broken foot. And if we'd beat them in 0-6, Rooney was going to be out because he'd been red carded. So I don't think we were going to go and win either. But so I don't know. Vitina has been better than Bruno, says Andrew Soul. A couple of subs coming on for Czech Republic here. Well, at least we've had a game where it's not where we've got goals in it again. I mean, every game has had goals in it, and hopefully that's going to keep continuing. And in fairness, there is a very good observation about the Euros that I think leads to more open games, and that's the fact that you've got third place can qualify. Because if you've only got the top two qualifying, you know, you've got to be a little bit tighter, haven't you? Trying not to lose. Speaking of dare to dream, says Glenn, going to the Villa game next May will be first match since 2010, says Glenn. Next May? What, Man United Villa? I don't think Martinez has made enough subs as well. I know we take the piss out of Southgate for that. I don't think he has actually made enough subs. 2 substitutions with the quality he's got on the bench. How many subs can you make in the Euros as well? Is it still 5 or can you make more? Because I think he should have made more subs. You're drawing against Czech Republic. You've needed an own goal to equalise. You can make 5 subs, thanks. Do you think he's scared to sub Ronaldo? Well, the last coach wasn't scared to sub Ronaldo, but the last coach hasn't got a job anymore, has he? Either or, Southgate or Martinez. We've done it, Derek. Martinez got 80%. Rodri's beaten Carrick by 53% to 47%, by the way. That one's done. It's Bernardo Silva. Ronaldo, good play. Bettina, no. No, he's won a corner, but shouldn't be shooting from there, mate. Mohammed says, terrible formation, awful tactics from Portugal. I don't know why he wants to play a back 5. I seem to remember he did it at Wigan. He might have done it at Everton. He probably did it with Belgium as well. Is Martinez the king of the back 5? I don't like a back 5, to be honest. Mark, remember Quaresma back in the day, says Joseph. Yes. What was the guy who used to play up front for Portugal who had the hairband on? Was it Gomez? No, it wasn't. Mark, why do so many players play poorly for their country but are world class for their club, says Joel. Give us names, Joel. Who are you talking about, Joel? Joel, if you're going to say something like that, at least give us the names, Joel. Don't be a coward about it, Joel. Tell us who you're talking about. Rui Costa, no, it wasn't Rui Costa. Nuno Gomez, that was it. It was Nuno Gomez. It was Gomez then, yeah. Big shout out, BoohooMan. Get your 10% off with the code Goldbridge. Links in the description or scan the QR code. Get your clothes delivered to your door. Tomorrow, all 3 watch-alongs on this channel. YouTube, That's Football. Make sure you subscribe. What am I looking forward to tomorrow? Oh, I'm looking forward to Germany-Hungary at 5 o'clock. I think seeing what Germany are like in Game 2 will be interesting. But, yeah, Scotland-Switzerland. I mean, Switzerland are my sweepstake team, and if they beat Scotland tomorrow, they've got a chance of topping the group. So they won't top the group though, will they, because of goal difference? But then again, Switzerland could batter Scotland. Toblerone against Iron Brew. Make it about the food. Bruno, good play. Little dink. Oh, good defending again. They have defended well. It might have been a bit boring, but Czech Republic have defended well. Here's Bruno. Cross shot. I mean, it's pitiful how many corners Portugal have had and done nothing with. Mason Ritz, thank you very much for the follow. Benji says, what do you think the final score is going to be? 1-1. I mean, Portugal scored because of a mistake. It's an own goal. So, either or, Robin or robbery, says Dylan. I'll do it for you, but I know who will win because we've done it before. And it won't be close. We've definitely done this before, and at the time I thought it was going to be a good one, and I remember what the score was, and I guarantee you it's going to happen again. I would say close to 70-30. Watch. Has the Portuguese Southgate made any subs yet, says Dazzo? He's made 2, which is incredible considering the amount of quality he's got on the bench. I'm going to tweet it. He's the Spanish Southgate anyway. I mean, just to list some of the players that he hasn't used on the bench. Semedo, Felix, João Neves, Palhinha, Neto, Ramos, Nunez, Ruben Neves, Pereira. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous the amount of quality they have on that bench, and he's made 2 substitutions. But Southgate's the same. It's scared, isn't it? It's player FC. I wouldn't give a shit. If I was in charge, I would take Bruno off, Bernardo Silva off, and Ronaldo off just for fresh legs. I'm not humiliating them. I'm saying, lads, there's 10 minutes to go. I want to try and win the game. You've put a shift in. You'll be starting the next game, but I need to get fresh legs on. But he won't do it. And actually, Czech Republic are coming into the game more now because they're starting to lose momentum. Who are your top 3 dark horses of the tournament, says Hacking? Well, Switzerland, I've got Austria, and I would say, I don't want to jinx them, but maybe Turkey. I think any 3 of those could hit the quarterfinals. What about Romania? Look, Romania had, what, 28% possession against Ukraine? Can you do that and keep winning games? I don't know whether that's going to be a flash in the pan. I hope not, but... Told you, I absolutely predicted it. Robin, 72%. Ribéry, 28%. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it, and I didn't even say which way it would go. Scotland resurgence is coming, says Stuart Wallace. Matthew P, thanks for the follow. Yeah, you know what? Listen to the Goldbridge Saves Football podcast. There's a lot of knowledge in there. You know, sometimes, I'm sure you're the same, you say something before a ball's been kicked and it comes to pass and you go, how do I know that? And it's because you watch, you learn, you take notes. And I've said it so many times, I don't know how Roberto Martinez went from Belgium to Portugal. They could still win the Euros because they've got so many good players. It's the same as Southgate, but if they don't win it, it'll be because of the manager. It won't be because of the players. Like, he ain't good enough. Martinez ain't good enough to manage a squad like this. You need a set of balls. You need somebody that's going to say, Bruno, you've put a shift in, I'm bringing on João Neves. And he won't do it. And I'm not saying Bruno. I'm not saying I wouldn't take Bruno off, but I'd have took Bernardo Silva off by now. I'd have took Vitina off by now. I'd have gone to a back 4 to get an extra midfielder in. I don't know whether I would take Ronaldo off. I'd find a way to get Ramos and Ronaldo on. I'd play a front 2. I think Czech Republic are actually coming into the game more now. Well, they've had to wait a long time, the Portuguese, for their bow in this Euro 2024. Their last game of the first set of group games. And honestly, they've struggled. And they've shown everybody else in the tournament how to shut them down. Now, I'm not saying that a France or a Germany are going to play like this against them, but you'd be stunned. Goal! Oh, he's hit the post. And he scores on the follow-up. Jota. Ronaldo will be gutted. He will be gutted. I don't know what's going on here. Why are they trying to get the ball from the goalkeeper when they've already scored? Oh, he wants the ball to do his thing. Oh, right. Yeah. I was going to say, it was like they wanted the ball to go and have the goal kick. Jota wanted to do a celebration. How did Ronaldo's goal not go in? And you know, knowing what Ronaldo's like, he'll be gutted by that. But they're checking for a VAR. Hold on. He might be off, you know. He might be off. I mean, it wasn't a great header by Ronaldo. It did hit the post, but offside? Offside. How quick? It was that offside. Oh my God. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. I mean, Jota looks like a right prat now. He looks like a right prat. So Ronaldo's header hits the post. Jota follows it in. He's then fighting with the goalkeeper to get the ball, not to go and take the kickoff, but because he wants to put it up his shirt to do his celebration. And then it's been chalked off. I tell you what, how quick they did that offside though. You almost, because it looked close, you sort of like want to go, have they got it right? But they will have. They will have. The speed in which they do it is incredible. Absolutely incredible. You can't, you know, bring that to the Premier League. Wrap it up and get it in the Prem. It's amazing how quick that is. In the Premier League, we'd still be there now. He'd have his Nokia 3010 out, his 3210, his ruler out, be like this. Oh, I don't know. Draw the red line. I mean, it's not. I don't think we've got the tech. Well, we probably would find that out as offside, to be fair. But he's offside, definitely. That's something we noticed at United in the final year, to be fair, of Ronaldo, is that because of his age, he does have to go a little bit before he used to go. Oh, here look at these subs now. 89th minute. What a prat. 3 subs in the 89th minute. Just... There'll probably be about 3 minutes added on. I don't know whether we've got many Portuguese people watching, but your big problem is England's problem. You've got a prat in charge who might sabotage your chances because he ain't got a bloody clue what he's doing. 3 subs in the 89th minute. Bloody hell. Kufal, cross comes in. I don't know how many minutes have been added yet. They haven't put it up on the screen. We're into the 90th minute, but they haven't said how long they're going to add. I don't think they'll be long. In Premier League check will be complete by tomorrow, says Imprez. More delay here. Thanks everybody who's given us a follow on TikTok, by the way, legends. And 4 minutes added on, so we've only got another 3. So Roberto Martinez made 3 substitutions to come on for 5 minutes. Well, 4 minutes really, because it was 89 minutes and about 40 seconds when he brought them on. Here's Neto. Goal! There, you see? Neto! Bloody shut him on ages ago. And it's Conceição who scores it. They've won it late at the end. Instant impact from Neto. Should have made those subs bloody ages ago. ages ago. He's a lucky manager, that Martinez. He's a bloody lucky manager. He'll be there going, oh, you know, I'm a genius. But Neto should have come on bloody ages ago. Doesn't matter. Job done. 2-1. And yeah, the other substitute, probably his first touch of the ball. Well, Portugal getting a win is all that matters here. He took his top off. He don't care. But we've had 3 goals at the end of the day. I just hope Portugal can grow into the tournament and get better because it's been a tough watch. But then again, we have got to be completely blunt. The Czech Republic have played very, very boring football. Oh, they're in. No, they're not. They have played a very boring, traditional way, which nobody really wants to see. You know, park the bus and counter-attack. You could say Czech Republic have been a little bit unlucky, but I think the sheer volume of balls that have gone into the box from Portugal, you're not going to be able to defend them all. Hold on a minute. No, it's all right. Sorry, I was thought I had a problem there. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Don't forget all 3 games again tomorrow. Predictions. Czech Republic will beat Albania. Germany will beat Hungary. And Switzerland will beat Scotland. You don't even need to watch them. Daylight robbery. I don't think it's daylight robbery. I really don't. I think when you look at the stats of this, Martinez has made a meal out of it, really. He should have made the substitutions quicker. 19 shots to 5, 8 on target to 1. Czech Republic haven't even had a corner. Portugal have had 13. 74% possession. The right team won, and they have won. They have won, but yeah, I think looking at it, obviously, I think, as I was saying before the goal, we know, because we watch football, that Martinez is Portugal's biggest problem. He ain't a very good coach. He wouldn't get a job in the Premier League, and he should never get a job in the Premier League. And he's got away with it a little bit because he took too long to make tactical changes. And if he does that in the knockout stages, they'll lose. They won't win it. Portugal won't win it because of Martinez. I'll tell you that for free. Unless he's going to start, you know, this back 5 bollocks and three fucking centre-backs and full-backs, it's too defensive. You can't... If you're going to play Ronaldo, you need to play a back 4. You need to get people buzzing in around him. You can't play a back fucking... I know it's not a back 5, but you can't have that many defenders on the pitch and then just pass it around the edge of the box, whipping crosses in. They've got to... He's got to change it up a little bit. And they've got, you know, they've got people like Leao, Neto, Jota. They should be playing better football than that. Something odd about defence from Portugal midfield. Always able to give space to man with the ball, says Nishark. Thank you very much. And Eden says, what about Van Nistelrooy or Van Persie? Good one. We'll do that tomorrow because I'm about to go now. Very good one. I'm sorry I missed that. Appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe on your way out, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. Jamie Smith, thanks for the follow on TikTok. GBMC as well. Let's just have a quick look at how the group looks in this group. Group F. Obviously, Turkey won earlier, so they're top because they've got a better goal difference than Portugal. Georgia and Czech Republic obviously are not in a great place. But the big positive, just like Spain having to play Italy, is that the top two play each other in game 2. So we will be in for a treat on Saturday when Turkey play Portugal. Thanks everyone for watching. Absolute legends. If you want the latest on Manchester United, I did a video at 7 o'clock on the talks, advanced talks with Joshua Zirkzee. Go check that out. We're back tomorrow at 1:30 for 3 Euro 2024 watch-alongs. We've got 3 games a day. 3 games a day until Saturday now. We're back with 3 games a day. The 2 o'clock game is here. Thanks everyone for watching. Absolute legends tonight. Loving the Euros, loving the chat, loving the fact that we've had no nil-nils and we're getting goals, which is what it's all about. A lot of people saying Czech Republic were robbed. Yeah, look, technically you could argue that, but what I would also say is that when you defend like that for that long, then you are going to get little deflections and stuff like that. Take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.